I mean, Mr. Carter has nothing to do with Mr. Combs' case or Mr. Combs. They knew each other professionally for a number of years, just like in all professions. People know each other. At the music awards, they support each other. If you go to the NBA All-Star game, they support each other. That's just how professions work. There is no closer association between any of them. That's also a matter of fiction. That's all that there is. He doesn't know anything about the charges or allegations against him. He has nothing to do with that case. And there's nothing more to say.
All right, guys, welcome to my channel. My battery is dead on this camera, so if this video cut off, hopefully I'll have that energy to film it again. It's 2025 and I am gagging. This year we're going to be gossiping, guys. This year we're going to be gossiping. I'm going to be gossiping this year. I've been holding back myself for so many years. With this channel, I've been keeping my mouth quiet. But this year we're going to be gossiping. Too much have happened in 2024 for me to now be gossiping. So I say, what is this? We're going to make this YouTube money. People are gossiping here, people are gossiping there. They're making money in YouTube. And me, I'm sitting quiet and folding my hand. What is this? We're gossiping this year. So, if everybody has not been watching, we know about the P. Diddy and the Jay Z saga that has been happening. Everybody knows what has been happening with P. Diddy and Jay Z and their associates and their acquaintances and their, I don't even know what to call them. So we're gossiping in 2025 because we must all get this YouTube money. So if you're with me, let's gossip together. So I'm just letting you guys know this is a gossiping channel. All we do is gossip. Nothing is facts. It's all opinions. Alright? So that's what I want to make sure. So if you must say allegedly, everything is allegedly. Like there's one channel that I watch. The guy says everything is allegedly. You understand? I don't remember his name. He's an African YouTuber. But I said I'm not going to hold back this year. 2025, the way 2024 did us, I'm not holding back this year. I'm gossiping about everyone. If you're a celebrity, if you're YouTuber, whoever you are, I'm going to be gossiping about you. There's a challenge that says something about not judging. Me, I'm judging everybody. Even myself, you can come and judge me. Anything you want to know about me, I won't tell you. But you can come and judge me. Because me, I'm going to be gossiping. I'm spending all of 2025 just gossiping about everyone. Enough talking about gossiping. Let's start the gossip. So, last year, Sean John Combs, also known as P. Diddy, also known as Diddy, but the love, shiny suits man. What other name does he call himself? Me, I don't care. He was arrested because of allegedly sex trafficking, human trafficking, drug trafficking, RICO, racketeering, money laundry. Money laundry is when you have a fake legal company that is fronting and hiding your real companies, which are illegal companies. You understand? So Bad Boy Entertainment was a fake company. Well, it wasn't really fake because he was making money off it. But the reason he created it was an illusion to hide his real companies, which was the sex trafficking, money laundry, human trafficking, all of that. So last year he was arrested. And some people were thinking he wasn't going to get arrested. They were hinting at it. But people did not think Sean Combs was going to get arrested because he's been doing it for too long and people have been keeping quiet. They thought his money was so long that he wasn't going to get arrested. So when he got arrested, people were shocked. And they shock everybody. All his friends, they scatter around the world. One jatma here, one jatma there. They jatma everywhere. All his friends that were deep in his business, they all left and went to a different country. Even Jay Z for some time went to Japan to do what? Me, I don't know. But he came back, I think. He was in Japan. I thought Jay Z was going to become an Asian celebrity or Asian resident, Asian citizen. But he came back because how can he not come back? Everything he owns, or majority of what he probably owns, is in America, and he didn't want to look guilty. So this is allegedly. I'm not saying that Jay Z is guilty of anything. We're just gossiping. So Sean John Combs is in jail. Everybody is looking at Jay Z like, your friend is in jail. You're not saying anything. Peep! Jay Z is not saying anything. He did not come out and say anything. We did not hear anything from Jay Z. We didn't hear anything from Beyonce. These are this man's two best friends. Every time you see at an event, they're toasting together. They're hanging together. They're taking pictures and shining their teeth together. But you didn't hear anything from none of them when their best friend went to jail. The only time you finally heard from Jay Z and Beyonce is when a woman named Jaguar Wright went on the Piers Morgan YouTube channel to tell the world what a nasty couple they were. The minute she opened her mouth and said what a nasty couple they were, they said, ah ha ha, shut your mouth. We are not nasty. As a matter of fact, we are clean and amazing. So they told Piers Morgan, take down that clip of her calling us nasty, because it's not true. We're not nasty. So Clip Morgan, with Piers Morgan, took down that clip. That was the first time we heard from Jay Z and Beyonce having to do with this Sean Puffy, John Combe, whatever his freaking name is, Diddler. But it won't be the last time we hear from Jay Z or Beyonce. So fast forward, Diddy is percolating in jail, trying to get out, scheming, conniving, doing all types of wahala to get out of jail. Saying he needs a laptop to do what? I don't know. Maybe to watch porn, maybe to create porn with the cellmates that he have, to continue the free clubs in jail, because that's the only thing I can think of. What does this man need a laptop if not to be creating more content for his enterprise? What else did he do in jail? Oh, he was stealing people's phone numbers, because you know the jail, they each get a number to be able to call people. He was stealing from his inmates their numbers. They were giving him, of course, he was giving them, you know, money through commissary or whatever it is that they do in jail, how they get their money. So they were getting benefits. Who wouldn't do that? If I was in jail and someone was like, let me, so that, I'll be like, sure, I want to eat. Who doesn't want to chop? They want to chop, bro. So I don't blame the inmates for caving to Jay Z, because once he ended up in that prison, their life has been amazing. He's brought money to that prison. Everyone wants to be benefiting from Sean John Combs because he get money. So of course they were going to say, anything you want, master, anything you want, I they give you. So I don't blame the inmates, but at the end of the day, he's committing a crime within the jail system, because you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to be collecting other people's phone so that you can be calling people, third-party people, you know, blah, blah, blah. There was even a link video of him talking to Jay Z. And the video or the link audio was in code. They were speaking in code, and people were trying to decipher what the hell they were saying in those codes. But if that video, let's say allegedly, if it's real, Jay Z is also implicit? Y'all know what I'm trying to say. He's also a part of the business, because that person that was supposed to be Jay Z, and it sounded just like Jay Z, knew everything he was saying, and Diddy was commanding him to do some illegal stuff while he was in prison. And he also threatened him. He threatened him. He threatened his wife. You understand, in that video? You know, he mentioned that the wife had some sex tapes that if Jay Z wasn't careful, he would release. And Jay Z was saying that was years ago. So years ago, Jay Z knew that Beyonce was doing sex tape. He probably guided her along the way, directed her, you know, turn this ankle, you look better at this ankle, louder. You understand? Allegedly, we're just saying that Jay Z was Beyonce sex director, just like Kim Kardashian mother was Kim's sex director. Who knows? Allegedly. This is all gossips, guys. It's just gossip. So, fast forward. Now it's Jay Z's turn. A girl comes out and say, when I was underage, Jay Z and Diddy ganged up on me. And you know what, we're talking about. And then we hear Jay Z again. He's not defending Diddy up to now. His hands are folded. He's saying, me, I don't know what is going on. It has nothing to do with me. Do not bring me into this. I do not know this man. I do not know this man. That's what he was saying up to now. It has nothing to do with me. I do not know this man. But when that girl came out and said Jay Z was involved, he said, don't bring me into it. So I decided, okay, Jay Z is saying he doesn't know Diddy. Even though they've had business relations together, they've been seen everywhere together. Everywhere at an event, you see Jay Z, you see Diddy. They even have Grammy after parties and things together. You'll be seeing them toasting, dressing in their finest. But he said he doesn't know him. He even went further to say through his lawyer that not only does he not know him, they're not friends. I'm not lying. Jay Z said that him and Diddy are not friends. So if they're not friends, what are they? Enemies? Acquaintances? Associates? Let's not even go that far and say that he was calling Diddy his enemy. Let's say he's saying, we're not friends, we're just business associates or acquaintances. Let's say that. Let's just, let's not go to that extreme and say, because there are people like that in this world, they don't have friends. Me, I'm one of those people. I want friends, but I don't have friends. I have associates and I have acquaintances. So there'll be a lot of people that will be calling me their friends, and I'll be like, friends where? Friends where? What the hell's where? Friends where? Me and you, we're not friends though. I just with you, I laugh with you, I talk with you, but that doesn't mean we're friends though. But we're not enemies. If I see you, I'm going to greet you. I'm going to gist. I'm going to gossips. But that does not mean we're friends. I don't have friends. I've never had friends. I've always had acquaintances and associates. Doesn't mean I don't want friends. It just is never come to fruition. So maybe that's the same case with Jay Z. He's not a person that easily makes friends. Let's say right now his only friend is Beyonce. His wife is his best friend. Let's go as far as to say that. There was even a time when they said Gwyneth Paltrow was his best friend. I thought that was a weird friendship. Nobody's talking about Gwyneth Paltrow, Jay-Z's best friend, but I wonder if she's going to be dragged into it. I'm the first person to bring up Gwyneth Paltrow because I like to gossip. And when I gossip, my gossiping be gossiping. You understand? My gossiping be layering. Because me, I'll be linking one person to the next person to the next person and say, hey, what about you? What were you in all of this, you bystander? You understand? It's like the 6 degrees of Kevin Spacey. No, not Kevin Spacey. Kevin Bacon. Guys, forgive me. 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Who are the 6 degrees of Diddy and who are the 6 degrees of Jay Z, and how much did they know? So let's say Gwyneth Paltrow is not his best friend, but Beyonce is his best friend. That means that everything Jay Z has done, Beyonce knows. She cannot fold her hands like Jay Z has done with Diddy and say she does not know. That's your husband, the father of your children. You must know everything. You share children, you share money, you share body. You understand? You share spirits. There's no way you can tell me that when he was doing all this business, you were a housewife and you did not know. Why? Why do I say that? Because you have song that says, Bonnie and Clyde. You know Bonnie and Clyde. They were two criminals that were joined together through body and through crimes. So you cannot play innocent and say that you do not know what your husband is doing, because you already told everyone that you two are Bonnie and Clyde. What he does, you know. What you do, he knows. Let the need something not... I messed up that line. There's a line. Something about the don't let the unnecessary occur or something. Forget what I'm saying, but you guys know that song. Go and read the lyrics. She also said she wanted to upgrade him and him to upgrade her. So for you to upgrade each other, you must be in sync with each other. So what one person does, you too, you must be doing. So what Jay Z is doing, you'll be also involving yourself, because that's a partnership. And one thing we know Jay Z and Beyonce have is a business partnership, if nothing else. In Hollywood, they call them business alignment. So now, I've done too much talking and I haven't said anything yet. The reason for this video is because I was shocked like everyone. I was shocked when Jay Z said he does not know this man that is Diddy. Or maybe not that he does not know him, but they're not friends. So I went to Chatgpt. I said, Chatgpt, what is the relationship with Jay Z and Diddy now? Who are these people to each other? Are they friends? Are they enemies? What are they? So I have in my notes here what Chatgpt told me, because Chatgpt, he doesn't have bias, so he doesn't have bias. He'll tell you the truth. There's no reason for him to lie, He has no skin in this game. So Chatgpt told me what, Diddy and, what's his name? Jay Z are to each other. This is what Chatgpt told me. He said, here's a timeline of friendship and personal relationship between Sean John Combs, known as Diddy, and Sean Jay Z Carter. So he didn't even just tell me. I said, what is the relationship? But Chatgpt told me that not only do they have a friendship, they have a professional relationship. This is what Chatgpt is telling me. So he said I don't know if Chatgpt is a female or a male, so forgive me. It said in the early 1990s, beginning in hip hop, both Diddy, known as Puff Daddy, and Jay Z were both emerging figures in the music industry. Diddy was working as a talent director at Uptown Records, and Jay Z was honing his skills as a rapper and will soon sign a deal with Def Jam. It's innocent, nothing so far. In 1996, Jay Z releases his debut album, Reasonable Doubt, which is considered a classic. But at this time, Diddy was already an established figure in the hip-hop world, particularly with the success of the Notorious B.I.G. and Bad Boy Records. This was 1996 this happened. Late 1990s, collaboration and mutual respect. 1997, Diddy's rise continued after the tragic death of the Notorious B.I.G., with No Way Out in 1995 becoming a huge success. Around the same time, Jay Z, Volume 2, Hard Knock Life 1998 propelled him into superstardom. So Diddy was famous before Diddy was famous before Jay Z. You understand? So even though now people are saying that Jay Z is more famous than Diddy, at that time when they first met, it was Diddy that was more famous than Jay Z. The two started to gain mutual respect, with Jay Z referring, you guys, listen to this. Jay Z references Diddy in songs acknowledging him as a businessman and mogul. So in the beginning of their relationship, Jay Z was kissing Diddy's ass. He was referring to him in songs and acknowledging him as a businessman and mogul. So he knew the businesses he was doing. Let's just say the professional, the legit businesses that Diddy was doing. That's what he's referring to. Because I don't think he was referring to the illegal businesses, as far as we know. Let's just say, because at this point, they're just meeting each other. At least that's what we think. We wouldn't know if Chatgpt doesn't tell us that they knew each other before that. 1998, Jay Z and Diddy collaborated on the song I Love the Dough from Jay Z's Volume 2 Hard Knock Life. Their first official track together signals the beginning camaraderie. Did I say that right, guys? Camaraderie? Early 2000s. Professional growth and expansion. 2000, Diddy and Jay Z are seen attending events together and often mentioned in the same conversations about the future of hip-hop and business ventures. So I'm thinking these 2000s is when they took their relationship from professional to personal, where Diddy started including Jay Z in not just his legal businesses, but his illicit and illegal businesses. We're just saying, because when you become friends with someone, you start opening up to them. You start letting them in to see how much they can handle, if they can handle your secrets and how they'll react. And depending how they'll react, you bring them in closer and closer. That's what a true friend does. A true friend will hook you up. They'll help you make money anyhow. I was going to say something else, but I forgot. Okay? So 2021, both men are at the forefront of hip-hop, with Diddy's success continuing through Bad Boy Records and Jay Z's empire expanding through Rockefeller Records. Their influence begins to expand into business ventures, including fashion and alcohol brands. When I was reading this report on Jay Z and Diddy, one thing I kind of felt, I felt like Jay Z was copying Diddy. Everything Diddy did, Jay Z did. And I feel like that's why Damien Dash and Jay Z fell out when they had that partnership. Jay Z saw Diddy running his Bad Boy Records alone, and maybe was coached from Diddy to kind of backstab Damien Dash so he can be the sole owner of Rockefeller Records. That's my opinion, because he saw Diddy doing it on his own and collecting all the money. So he said, me, I don't want to share money. Why would I share money when Diddy can do it on his own? I want the money all to myself. And I feel like, for one, Damien Dash probably wasn't too with the whole Diddy saga that was going on, and he was going to be an obstacle in Jay Z's way so that he can become Diddy, because that's what it looked like. It looks like he wanted to be Diddy. So that's why he kicked Damien Dash to the curb, took over Rockefeller Records so that him and Diddy can be on the same level, because it was kind of like a friendly, at this time, a friendly competition. So let's continue, because notice they both had fashion brands, they both had record labels, and they both had alcohol brands. In 2021, Jay Z released the hit song The Blueprint, and Diddy is continuing to dominate the music scene with Bad Boy Records. 2000, public tension and resolution. 2003, rumors of rivalry began to surface, particularly around the time of Jay Z, The Black Album, and Diddy's own business and business pursuits. So they got into some kind of, issues. They reportedly had different approaches to the music industry. This was more of a professional relationship. not a personal relationship. So they were having issues on, I guess, how to, expand the music industry, because at this point they were both on top and kind of like controlling the music industry. 2004, the tension peaked during the period of media speculation about their friendship, particularly after Jay Z takeover 2001, where Jay Z indirectly took shots at other rappers, including Nas and Diddy, and Diddy's former artist, Mace. So he didn't take shot at Diddy, but he took shots at Diddy's artist, who was Mace at the time. So to me, that sounds more like jealousy. Maybe when Mace came into the picture, Jay Z was jealous of his relationship with Diddy. Lovers rivalry, maybe lovers quarrel. I'm just saying, from the things that I'm hearing, who knows? Maybe Jay Z was scared that Mace was going to take Diddy from him. However, by this time, they were still professionally connected. So they didn't let their business, ventures together, fall off. With both involved in large projects like the Bad Boy 2 soundtrack and Jay Z's The Black Album. So they were still working together. In the 2000s and 10s, public reconciliation and business alignments. The friendship appeared to solidify as both Diddy and Jay Z shared mutual respect in interviews. Jay Z calls Diddy. Listen to this. This is huge. This is huge. This is a guy who said that Diddy is not his friend and distanced himself and basically said, I just know the guy here and there, at some events. We'll run into each other. We'll say hi and then we'll say bye. This is what Jay Z has been saying through his lawyer. But it said the friendship appeared to solidify as both Diddy and Jay Z shared mutual respect in interviews. Jay Z calls Diddy a mentor. He called Diddy a mentor. Do you know how big that is, to call someone your mentor? That's the highest form or level of respect and level of relationship, to have someone as your mentor. Meaning that everything that person is doing, you're learning from them and you're doing as well. And Diddy acknowledges Jay Z's business acumen and success. But what we're focusing on is that Jay Z called Diddy in 2010 his mentor. 2013, they publicly showed support for each other, especially with Diddy's alcohol brand. I'm not going to say the name of that brand. Where Jay Z collaborates with Diddy's team to bring attention to his own alcohol brand. Not going to say the name of that brand either. But notice, Diddy started an alcohol brand, so did Jay Z. And what is very important about these two alcohol brands is everybody knows that these events that these two guys had, they use alcohol as a way of controlling the people that attended the events. So if you attend Jay Z's events, they'll be serving his alcohol, and that alcohol will be controlling people. If you're attending Diddy's events, they'll be using his alcohol and they'll be controlling people. And allegedly, they said these alcohols were spiked with drugs. You understand? They said the alcohol was spiked with drugs. So whether it was the Diddy's alcohol, Jay Z's alcohol, whichever events you went to, they were spiked with, with drugs. So far, they're focusing on Diddy, but they're going to get to Jay Z as well. And I think there was a reason why both of them had alcohol brands. Because they were both doing the same thing. You understand? And they were both capitalizing from what they were doing. So they were making money through those alcohol brands. And they were using those alcohol to control the people and the environments that they were in. So, this thing, it is deep, it goes deep. So let's continue. I've lost my... Okay. And then it says in 2016, remember that all these victims that are coming out, they came out from the early 2000s. So in 2016, Jay Z and Diddy, they're still working together. This is after all of these victims. I'm saying, even though there's probably cases, even though there's cases of, incidents that have happened after 2010s, a lot of these incidents happened in the early 2000s when they started working together. So in 2016, Jay Z and Diddy, they joined forces at several high-profile events, like the Tidal launch, which was a sham company by Jay Z to take over the publishing of a lot of musicians. That's my opinion, because we're gossiping. My gossip is that Tidal was a hostile takeover that Jay-Z did to trick musicians, artists, to hand over their publishings to him. Their mutual support grew stronger as they both expanded their business profiles or portfolios. And I also feel like Diddy probably has a stake in Tidal, even though he might be like maybe a secret partner or something. I feel like he has some kind of financial stake in Tidal. Let's continue. Continuing towards the 2000s and 20s. Continue collaborations and legacy. 2020s. Diddy and Jay Z continue to lead as moguls in the music, fashion, and business worlds. Both have expanded their empires beyond music. Alright guys, sorry about the lighting. As you guys can see, it's different. My camera battery died, so I had to charge the camera and come back. And for some reason, I don't think the lighting is as good as it was before. So let me do more of a close-up, because the lighting is not as good as it was before. And I don't want to lose my momentum, because I was on a roll before my camera battery died. So we were talking about what Chatgpt thinks about Diddy and Jay-Z's friendship and business relationship, because Jay Z claims there's no friendship there. He claims, I don't know you. You understand? It's funny, when I first heard about it, I was thinking of the song, oh, oh baby, you got what I need. But she said she's just a friend. And she said she's just a friend. So Diddy is saying that Jay Z got what he needs. And Jay Z is saying, skirt. You understand? So let's continue. We were in the 2020s. So we left the 2010s. We're in the 2020s of Diddy and Jay-Z's relationship. So it says that in 2020, Diddy and Jay-Z continued to lead as moguls in the music, fashion, and business world. Both had expanded their empires beyond music, including ventures in tech, entertainment, and social justice. Social justice? Hey, social justice. Well, these guys were infiltrating. They were infiltrating all of the society. Kai, this is such organized mafia thing. Like, when you think of organized crime, you think of the Italian mafia. You think of the Russian I don't even know how to pronounce what they say. It's Bratva, Bratva, I think. That's for the Russians. That's their mafia. You think of what other mafia is known besides the Italian? Oh, the cartel. You think of the Mexican cartels. What other mafia? There's the Italians, there's the Russians, there's the Mexican, of course there's the triad, which is the Japanese, no, the Chinese. The Chinese are the triad, and the Japanese, what do they call the Japanese mafia? I don't remember what they call them, but we're gonna remember in the future. I don't know if South Korean has a big mafia presence like that. We know the Japanese do. We know the Chinese do. We know the Italians. Irish, they have as well, but it's not as big as the Italians. So, yeah, there's a few. But I've never known there to be an African or African American or Caribbean organized crime unit. They're usually working in smaller scales as gangs. You understand? So me, I don't know. I don't know, because this is very organized crime. These guys infiltrated every fabric of society. That they went from tech to entertainment to social justice. So that's how they were getting in the pockets of these feds, these cops, these police, because they were buttering their pocket. They were that money, and in place they were pretending to be upright citizens. This camera lighting is not good at all, guys. I'm not liking the camera lighting, so I don't know what to say. I'm trying to like move the light closer to me so you guys can see me. But Jay Z and Diddy, they were upright citizens. I know recently Jay Z was working with the prison system, and I was like, I don't know about that. Very like Kim Kardashian pretending to be a lawyer. I won't be surprised if they were working in tandem together. And for Diddy, he was opening all boys schools, which I never felt comfortable with. Anytime these celebrities open schools, I side-eye them. When John Legend opened his school, I side-eyed him. When Diddy was opening up his school, I think in Bronx or Harlem, that's when I was living in New York, I was very uncomfortable with that. When Oprah opened her school in Africa, I was very uncomfortable. These people opening these schools is just another way of, for me, money laundering. Because these foundation and NGOs, the way they eat money, and that money never usually goes to where it's supposed to be. You understand? That's just another way of making money. These foundations, NGOs, and even the school system that they open is all corrupt. So that's just to name a few. So I don't feel comfortable with celebrities opening schools. I don't think celebrities should be opening schools. It's one thing if you're donating money to schools that are already run, but to open your own schools, no, I'm not into that. And I never feel comfortable when I hear that. So this lighting situation is gonna be what it is. Sorry guys, I'll figure it out in the next video. But we need to wrap this up because this is taking way too long. All right, so including ventures in tech, entertainment, and social justice, they often showed public support for each other's endeavors. They showed public support for each other's endeavors. So you're going to be showing support for someone who's not your friend? He could be saying that he was showing support because it's a business alignment, and if Diddy's business succeed, his own succeed, that can be an argument, because we know how long-winded Jay Z and his attorney are. They're both long-winded. When I saw how unprofessional Jay Z's attorney was when he was talking about them not being friends, and he was just sounding very amateurish. He's paying this man a lot of money to be sounding as amateurish as he was sounding. I was feeling embarrassed for the both of them. And I'm sure they didn't think it was embarrassing what this Shapiro guy was saying, but it was so embarrassing. I was like, I can argue a case better than this guy. And I wouldn't have used that he's not my friend route to argue. That was like the most lamest, most amateurish argument for many reasons. Like, you think the public are fools, you think we're stupid. That was one. But the way he was arguing it was not even, it didn't even make sense. Like, that's not the argument you want to go through. You don't want to go through an argument that someone is not your friend. You want to go through the argument that someone is your friend. Maybe you had an inkling of what they were doing and you were trying to prevent them from doing it. And that's why you will have, I'm not going to even give these people an argument. What am I doing? No, I'm not going to be giving them any ideas for them to, even for any second, try to write this guy off for his criminal activities. So I'm not helping. I'm not helping that Shapiro guy. So I ain't saying nothing. I'm not giving no argument for Jay Z's case because I've never liked Jay Z. I had a friend in high school that was in love with Jay Z, and I was like, ew, ew, ew. Not because of his looks. There's nothing wrong with Jay Z's look, but I just felt personality-wise that something wasn't right about that guy. Maybe because of the Foxy Brown, because I was around before high school. I heard about Foxy Brown, and I was like, something's not right about this guy. And the way he discarded her, threw her under the bus after people found out, and messed up her career. This was all before high school. He did all of that. I was like, this guy is shady. He's a coward. I've always felt Jay Z was a coward. He likes to throw people under the bus and distance himself from people after he does something shady. He's not a trustworthy person. He's a snake. That was my character flaw that I had with Jay Z. He always came off to me like this kind of coward. Like, he didn't have integrity. He didn't come across like powerful. Like, some people, they'll be hyping them up and you can say, okay, this guy is powerful. He always seemed weak to me. I don't know why. I don't know what it was about Jay Z character, but he always seemed like he was pretending. When people are pretending to be something that they're not. And that's the vibe I always got from Jay Z, and I didn't like it. I don't like beta men that pretend that they're alpha, and I feel like he's such a beta. But most of these men that behave like this, they're betas at the end of the day. Even Diddy, he never gave me alpha. You understand? He always gave me beta that was very aggressive, trying to pretend to be something he's not. A lot of people were scared of him. I didn't think there was anything to be scared about. But Diddy is more powerful personality to me than Jay Z. Like, if you were to be scared of someone between Jay Z and Diddy, I would say more Diddy than Jay Z. I think Jay Z hides behind powerful people, and that's how he gets his power, by hiding behind powerful people. I don't think he's powerful just by maybe false reputation or money. That's why people think he's scary or powerful. I just see him as a punk. Like, enough. Let's continue. Let's finish. Let's wrap this up. All right. They are also, remember guys, we're gossiping. This is all gossip. So this is me gossiping with you guys. Get used to it. If you guys like my videos and you've been wanting me on camera and seeing how crazy I am, this is me on camera gossiping with you guys. This is how I gossip. I can be savage. Don't take it personal. It's Chatgpt. Don't blame me. Everything I'm reading to you guys is from Chatgpt. Chatgpt is the one saying all these things. I'm just giving my opinion and adding a little sauce, a little pepper, a little ginger to the thing. All right. They are also frequently seen in the same circles at major events, supporting each other, philanthropy efforts, and celebrating their legacy. And then it says highlights of their relationship. So they even give us highlights. ChatGPT is working. Highlights: mutual respect. Despite occasional tension, Diddy and Jay Z have always shared a strong mutual respect for each other, entrepreneurial spirit, which helped them build business empires. So Jay Z cannot ever say that he did not approve of anything that Diddy said, because Chatgpt told us that they shared a strong, not just any, but a strong mutual respect for each other. You hear that? It was a very strong mutual respect for each other. Collaboration over the years, they've shared a few musical collaboration and have appeared together on stages, furthering, strengthening their bonds. So it wasn't only strong, it was still strengthening. Their bond was still strengthening at time. So it was getting stronger and stronger. So they shared collaboration. So that means they shared money. They shared money. So anytime Diddy made money, Jay-Z made money. Anytime Jay-Z made money, Diddy made money. Business partnership. They both have launched various business ventures, like the Diddy, we're not going to say the name of the alcohol brands. We don't want to give them any publicity. No free or paid publicity to these people. And Jay-Z's Rock Nation and Tidal venture. And there have been rumors and reports of behind the scenes collaboration in shaping the culture of hip hop and entrepreneurship. So do you guys hear that? That's how Chatgpt ended this video with a banger. It ended it with a banger. There has been rumors and reports of behind the scenes collaborations in shaping the culture of hip hop. If anybody knows, since the 90s, the hip hop industry has become very aggressive. The men have been very aggressive towards women in the hip hop industry. From how they sexually objectify women, how they mistreat women, how they make it seem as if they hate women and they only use women as sex toys. Before then, hip hop was hip hop, hippity hop to the hip hop. It was more uplifting. The message was more wholesome. It was more positive. And then Diddy came into the picture, and then Jay Z came into the picture. Girls, 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 I do adore. Now put your number in. You understand? It became very sexual, hyper-focused, very explorative. Is that the right word? Exploitative. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. So that's when Diddy and Jay Z started shaping the hip hop industry, where it became more inducive to the environment that they were doing behind the scenes. Human trafficking, sex trafficking, drug trafficking, all of that. You started seeing it in the entertainment industry. The rappers were very obsessed with sex. They were very obsessed with drugs. They was very obsessed with material wealth. All of that came around the Diddy and Jay Z hip hop scene. This is the same Jay Z who was a drug dealer. So it makes sense that he will venture into the music industry and shape it to reflect his real life as a drug baron. But I don't even know if he was even a baron. Maybe just a drug runner. And then we know Diddy's history, where his father was involved in the mafia and was killed. So I guess he inherited his father's debt and was trained to take over. And actually, in some ways, Diddy did more than his father did, because his father was just a low budget drug gangbanger, and Diddy took it to the next level. And with Jay Z, they kind of underground created this organized organized syndication, because that's what I'm calling it. I feel like Jay Z and Diddy created a mafia style African Black American mafia syndication organized crime unit. They may never get the credit for it because they're black and they were very low key about it. But I feel like if this year is anything like last year, they will be exposed and will go down in history probably as organized mafia criminals. But Jay Z is real. He's fighting that. He's fighting that title because he doesn't want to end up in prison for the rest of his life like Diddy is about to. He doesn't want to. So he's willing to give away that title and say, no, I'm not a mafia dude like those other guys, because he does not want to. Because they've been caught. They've been caught. And if Jay Z is as innocent as Diddy, or even 50% as innocent as Diddy, he's going to be locked up for years, if not forever. And I feel like with Diddy, he's definitely going to be locked up. But if some of the things we've heard from victims, like Lamisha Fuller, are true, he deserves the death penalty. I'm being honest with you. If some of the things that Diddy did are true, like Lamisha Fuller has said, and I believe Lamisha Fuller, sure, she lied in some things and about her identity for whatever reason. We'll get into that in another video in the future because we will be gossiping about everybody. I'm going to be gossiping about you. I'm going to be gossiping about YouTubers. I'm going to be gossiping about people I don't even know, even my neighbors. I'm going to be gossiping. Everybody can be gossips about this year. But we're going to discuss Lamisha Fuller in a future video because her story really interests me, and I find that people in social media, they don't listen. They don't listen. They just like distraction and hype, but they don't listen. She said some very key things that I want to get into in the future videos. And those things are the kids. Because most people are not talking about the kids. They're talking about the sex trafficking. They're talking about the drug trafficking. They're talking about the human trafficking. But they're not talking about the children. And we need to talk about the children. You understand? I'm going to talk about Lamisha Fuller in a future video. I'm going to talk about Ali Carter in a future video, because even though we're gossiping, we need to highlight the victims. Whether you believe the victims or not, whether you think what they're saying is true or not, Ali Carter, I've heard, has been talking for years. I don't know if I'm going to talk too much about Jaguar Wright for different reasons. But I'm going to talk about a lot of things that are going on with the Diddy and Jay Z case. And that's what we're going to spend this year talking about, amongst other things. I have a video that's going to be coming out that is not going to be about celebrities, because we're gossiping about everybody. We're not just gossiping about celebrities. We're gossiping about your neighbor, my neighbor, everybody's neighbors. We're gossiping about YouTubers. Everyone will be gossip about. So if you guys like this video, you enjoyed it. It was very long. So this was my official hello, how are you guys doing? Type of video. So definitely subscribe. Sorry for the lighting, guys. And let me know if you want me to gossip about someone. Who you want me to gossip about? Let me know. I'll gossip about them. I know I saw in a comment someone wanted me to do a future video about Cardi B, because I did one before. And I'm still waiting. I'm not yet sure when I'll do the Cardi B video, because I'm not sure what's going on with Cardi B. I'm not sure what's going on with her and Offset. And I don't want to gossip about Cardi B and then she gets back with Offset and then I have to gossip about her again. I don't want to do that. So let's wait to see what happens between Cardi B and Offset, if she's going to take him back, because they're always off and on, off and on. She can't make up her mind. She can't stay away from this man. And until she stays away from him for good, then I'll come and I'll give you guys the gossips. But again, if this video does very well, I will do a part 2 where I talk about Beyonce's relationship with Diddy. I'll talk about Jay Z's relationship with R. Kelly, and I'll talk about Diddy's relationship with R. Kelly. It's not a lot that Chatgpt gave me about those topics, so I will include everything in one video. But they did give me a lot of information about Diddy and Jay Z. So you guys saw that in this video. But let me know if you guys want me to do that part 2 about those 4 people. Or is it 3 or 4 people? But bye guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let's gossip together. What a time. This year is going to be a year. It's going to be a year.